Greetings, Unsettled Souls. Going to be bringing you some news from the science front for David and or Anne Marie to be cutting up for you. Now, originally, my other job had me working later, and now I'm not sure that I am, so I may yet make an appearance on this show. It all depends. PopularMechanics.com. Amateur astronomer captures mystery object crashing into Jupiter. Likely an asteroid or comet, the object was pulled into the thick atmosphere of the largest planet in our solar system. A lot of people think Jupiter originally was meant to be a sun, and it failed. A backyard astronomer in Australia captured a cool cosmic event on Jupiter, it says. It was a strike by some natural space debris, either an asteroid or a comet. It's not surprising that such things do happen, as Jupiter is the largest and most massive planet and acts as a sort of shepherd of small solar system bodies. But the timing was just right for Garrett Gernbauer, I guess that would be, to capture the event. It says the object was projected to be relatively small, but due to Jupiter's gravitational influence, it quickly reached high velocity, kicking up plumes of debris as it smashed into clouds. The explosion, with a force of 12 million 500,000 tons of TNT. For those of you that are top 40 fans, that'd be big. Check this out. I'm going to go ahead and play the video real quick while I talk. Look at this. This is a mighty blast, if ever there was one. Boom. Did you see that over on the side? Do you realize that Jupiter is unbelievably large? To be able to see that like that is unheard of. That would have made some of the biggest explosions on Earth look as though it was a firecracker. This is slowed down. Look at this. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. That was like jackpot for the gentleman that shot that. Good job. Back there in Australia. According to Phil Plate of Bad Astronomy, collisions like this happen once per year on average, which means, I mean, think about it, 365 days, 24/7. He had his telescope on. Perhaps the most notable occurrence was in 1994. I told you it wasn't common. When a Shoemaker Levy 9 comet slammed into Jupiter. There's a link for it. It was an event captured by ground based astronomers and NASA's Galileo probe. Then just months from entering orbit around Jupiter, with a new NASA probe, it says Juno ready to enter the orbit later this year, we might be able to catch a fiery show like this again. I personally wouldn't count on it. That is just blind luck. It's like winning the lottery and hoping you're going to be able to do so again. This guy has given a great asset to those who are interested in science-related things, which you are, or you wouldn't be listening. I want to get to this real quick. I'm sure Anne Marie and D-Lake will have a lot to say about it. Did you realize, this is from DC Whispers? Check this out. Trump domination the mainstream media wants you to ignore. I don't know if I've ever had DC Whispers on the show before, so congratulations. But they're trying to cheat Cruz out of this. Listen to this. Mr. Trump has amassed an impressive 18 primary wins. His closest GOP challenger is Ted Cruz, who won just 4. Trump beats Hillary Clinton, who has also won 17. Cruz 4, Trump 18. Did you hear that? In a total votes category, Trump's margin is even more impressive. Presently, he has accumulated the support of nearly 9 million votes. Ted Cruz has 2.5 million less than Trump's. Yes, that's a lot of votes. Trump has won more states than any other candidate, be they Republican or Democrat. Trump has the highest win percentage of any other candidate. Sorry, Gary Johnson, I do love you. Trump has won the highest delegates versus any other candidate. What all of these numbers indicate, that means he's got more for his party than Hillary has for hers. What all of these numbers indicate is a candidate who has, despite considerable opposition, proven himself the single most dominant presidential candidate in the race from either political party. And yet the political and media establishments would have you believe this not to be so. Don't fall for their attempt to manipulate reality. Donald Trump is calling for an America First presidency. And if those numbers hold true, it appears that America agrees with him. And I mention that because in closing here, I want to get to this. Outrageous. The Never Trump campaign, it's a super PAC. They will meet with GOP leaders, that is, other Republicans, behind closed doors on Friday. Now, how is it legal that somebody called Never Trump, which is to say never the frontrunner, of the party that he's in, can have it behind the closed door meeting with his own party on how to cheat him out of the election that he has earned with the numbers that I just gave you that proved it? The PAC has paid over $16 million in ads against Donald Trump already this year. The group also admitted that they were working to steer Republican delegates, there's a link for it, away from Donald Trump. OPP, you know what OPP? I had to. OPP is also working in states, districts with outbound delegates to ensure those delegates are not supporting Trump on the first ballot. OPP is the leading Never Trump super PAC, and there are at least 4 anti-Trump super PACs attending. Tomorrow's Katie Packer, nice name, will be speaking to Republican Party leaders behind closed doors at their spring meeting in Florida. Packer spoke with The Hill on Thursday. This is outrageous and admits that her goal is to prevent Trump from winning his needed 1237 delegates. Now, friends, let me ask you a question. Does anybody listening to my voice remember that Donald Trump has signed a pledge to not run third party? And he did that based on what? What did he base it on? That he was treated fairly. Does this sound like he's being treated fairly to you? Therefore, even if you hate Trump, a contract is a contract, agreement's an agreement. You got to agree with me. Trump has every right in the world to run third party and break his agreement with the GOP over what I just read you. Friends, talk amongst yourselves. Talk it over. I may or may not be on the Saturday show. Probably not now that I've already recorded this. But guys, let me know what you think. All of you. Good night. God bless.